Can you take us through what is your response to the rules that were announced yesterday?
Well, thank you. We have already closed our main viewing parks. We actually made that decision about 4 weeks ago when we felt that we couldn't actually provide a safe space for people to view the fireworks, although the parks were going to be left open. We used to actually have a ticketed event, but we're not doing that this year. But given what's happened with the Avalon cluster, we have also taken the decision to actually fence off the parks, the Dudley Page Park, and there's also Caffin Park. And we are going to have extra police and rangers actually patrolling to make sure that people don't actually end up sitting there and viewing the fireworks from those vantage spaces.
And why have you gone down that path? Yesterday, the Premier, Gladys Berejiklian, said that if there is a local park or a local venue that you can enjoy New Year's Eve, then you can. Why have you decided that that's not the right response?
Well, we know that fireworks are attractors, and we're not confident that we're actually going to be able to control the numbers. We've taken a precautionary approach. We've also done our risk assessment as well. And as I said, we're not actually confident that we're going to be able to ensure that we can limit the numbers and that we can ensure that people will be social distancing. So we've decided that we will be closing those parks.
What's the level of consultation been like between the state government and local councils like yourself since the outbreak began?
Well, are you talking about the COVID generally or the Avalon cluster?
Well, particularly during this cluster, have you been kept up to date with the situation, the rule changes and so on?
We have been working very closely all through this with the police, the Department of Transport and the Department of Health when we were developing our plans. Our ongoing involvement really has been with the police, and we are actually receiving a briefing today to actually get more details. So certainly we've been very happy with the collaboration with the police and the Department of Health in particular.
What are your thoughts on the way the New South Wales government in general has handled this latest outbreak in Avalon? Do you support the fact that the economy hasn't been shut down? It's just parts of that Northern Beaches area that are currently in lockdown?
We're monitoring the situation very carefully, and we're certainly very appreciative that we can go about our lives in accordance with the public health orders, so making sure that people social distance and, are actually doing the hand hygiene. We're also encouraging people as much as possible to wear masks because we are very conscious that we do have some potential casual contacts from the Avalon cluster. So we are relying quite a lot on people getting tested and also on the contact tracing as a way of making sure that we've got the best information in order to ensure that we as a council can keep our community safe. So we're watching very carefully and of course the ongoing contact that we have with the Department of Health and making sure that we can actually have an appropriate response. We do have the pop-up testing clinic down at Bondi Beach, and that's also giving us quite a bit of information via the Department of Health.
So would you have liked to have seen parts of Greater Sydney, say for instance, locked down in the first instance?
Excuse me, sorry. Look, I know that the Premier and Dr. Kerry Chant and the Minister, Brad Hazzard, are working with the best possible information they have, and we're certainly relying on that expert information and on the science to advise us and to help guide us through this way. I think the important thing is that there are some very strict public health orders out there, including people needing to sign up to when they go out, like, for example, registering with QR codes. And that's absolutely critically important in making sure that when there is a situation, there can be proper contact tracing and making sure that the testing levels are up. So in that respect, I think that The Premier, the Minister and the Chief Health Officer are doing a very good job in making sure that they've got the best up-to-date information. But we as a community certainly need to be cooperating with that. And I encourage people to certainly go and get tested and to do the right thing.
Over the weekend, we saw a mass gathering in Bondi, which of course is within the Waverley Council. What was your response when you saw hundreds of people gathering seemingly at a park, as we're just seeing the vision here, completely flouting the COVID restrictions?
Oh, look, I'm really angry. We've worked hard as a community and as a council to actually be COVID-free and to be COVID-safe, because as you're aware, we were a hotspot and we've had some other outbreaks. We've worked hard to be COVID-free for several weeks now. And this kind of behaviour is not only irresponsible and selfish, I really think it's a real slap in the face for our community. A lot of these people, I know they can't be with their loved ones at Christmas. I wasn't able to either. But we all have an obligation. We all have to take personal responsibility in pulling our weight to ensure that we're not only safe, but our community is safe. And while people are welcome at our beaches, we welcome them on the proviso that they're doing the right thing. And if they're going to continue with this behaviour, well, then frankly, I prefer that they don't come to our area.
Just finally, what would be your message then to residents within the Waverley Council who may be wanting to view the fireworks this Friday, this Thursday night from a local park? What's your message to those?
Well, look, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and I know it's been a really, really tough year. And I know that the fireworks certainly bring people some joy. But the Department of Health has recommended that people actually view the fireworks from their home. And I'm certainly endorsing that position. The fireworks are only on for a really short time as well. And I don't know why people would want to jump in a car and try and get onto a congested road and get there and possibly miss it. So I think for safety purposes, but for comfort, it's best to watch the fireworks from the safety and the comfort of their lounge rooms this year. And hopefully next year, we'll all be able to be out there again.
Absolutely. Fingers crossed. Mayor Paula Masselos, appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much.